Hey, what's up, y'all? Come on in, come on in, come on in, please, and thank you. I know it's late, and I know I'm being nosy. Y'all, I keep thinking I'm hearing stuff out the door. So if y'all see me do that, like, don't trip, okay? What's going on? Good evening, everybody. I wanted to come in earlier, but I had stuff going on. Honestly, like not a lot of stuff. I had a little stuff going on earlier, so this was as early as I could get in here. But y'all, come on, hit the like button, put your like number in the chat. I know a lot of people have gone to bed, so I apologize for coming in this time of night when people is trying to get their rest. X is here. Hey, Lily here. Hey, now let me greet everybody real quick because, like I said, I don't expect everybody to be up, but it's some stuff that I've been wanting to stay since early today, and I got a minute now and I didn't want to put it off to tomorrow. So we're going to do this tonight. Yes, we are. Let me greet everybody. Vet is number one. She had to put her crown back on because they done snatched my sister's crown. Okay. Miss Weedy Pooh is in the house. Hey, now. Thank you for being like number three. I appreciate you. We got Tay up in here. How you doing? Leah Aries is number three. Hit it at the same time. We got Poetic Lyrics. Hey, now. Thank you for being number five. My good sis Tammy Carter is in the house. What up, boo? How you doing? The beautiful Bianca Edwards is here, and she's asking y'all, good folks, to please hit the like button, get your drinks, your late night snacks, all of that, because we finna talk tonight. hmm And I'm gonna start putting the StreamYard in fairly early because I really want y'all to weigh in on this Reesa Teesa situation. Okay. So I'm going to play a clip from her Tamron Hall interview. And I want y'all's honest opinions about what you're seeing. Those of you who don't mind talking, you could turn your camera off. I just want to hear from you. Okay. Because I don't be needing no echo chamber. I want to know what everybody thinks. You ain't got to think like me. But I really want to know what people think about this. And I have some thoughts. Okay. Hey, Miss Nisi, how you doing? All right, y'all. Come on in the door. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Say it now. Jesus is my doctor. And hey, Lala. Lala Chanel is in the house. How you doing, TGIF? Thank God it's Friday. Thank God, period. Nacho Twins mama is in the house. She like number 9. Good to see you. Good to see you. And she asking y'all to please hit that like button. Thank you so much. Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, is in the house and she's number 10. So drink your water, get your Mary Kay so your skin can be clear too. Okay? I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on it. She be having deals, sales, she be having stuff that you can't find nowhere else. Y'all need to holler at her. All right, happy to be happy is number 12 tonight, girl. We happy you made it. And I'm happy you hit that like button. I really appreciate you. Magaline, hey girl. How you doing? So good to see you. So good to see you. All right, and she's like number 13. I appreciate it. We got DB in the house. What's happening? You here? Yeah, we finna get into it, baby, because we got to talk about some stuff. Inel, how you doing? Thank you for being number 15. Good to see you. X, it's so good to see you. You had been gone so long. We miss you. So good to see you. My sis Lily is awake tonight and she hanging with us on the porch. If you all do not know my beautiful sister Lily, the Red Lipstick Hustler, she has a channel here on YouTube, and y'all can absolutely go and follow my dear sweet sister over on Instagram. Okay. You can go and follow her on Instagram. And on Instagram, she is Lily Young. Okay. Author, beauty queen, mogul, all those things. So please go and follow my sister. I would sure appreciate it for me. Um, who else we got in here tonight? Miss Kaiser Sose is like number 15. What up, sis? Good to see you. My good sis on the phone. She done checked in. She done tapped in. Okay. You say this is for the Night Owl Royals. Yes. This one is for the Night Owl Royals. Now that's a tongue twister, but I like it. I like it. I do. I love it. I do. We got Miss Mo1 in the house. What's up, boo? The late night crew. You just got back from seeing the Bob Marley movie. Was it good? Hmm. Your mama's birthday. Listen, child, we got to talk about Carlos King's show. Because, child, listen, I think he on to something and some stuff that happened, and we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. And we got to talk about Reesa Teesa being on Tamron Hall. We do. I'm just going to tell you. We got to talk about it. Rochelle, my sister's number 20. All right. Yeah. You know, Candy's always full of crap. It wouldn't be her if she wasn't. Okay. You say I didn't have time to check it out. Reesa Teesa has been busy. Okay. I know that's right. Hey, Sita, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Don D is in the house. Thank you for being number 23. Right. My family rolling on up and through here. Who got like number 30? I ain't see like number 30. Who got number 30? I need y'all to like this video. I know it's late night. I know the rest of our family is in bed, and that is fine with me because y'all know we used to have some of the best gossip sessions this time of night, and tonight is no different. We finna talk tonight, and I actually think personally, I personally feel as though sometimes certain subjects, this be the time to do it. You know, when it's late night, all the grown people on the porch. Hey, Auntie Eva, we glad you made it. Make sure you hit the like button now. Y'all, please hit the like button. Put your like number in the chat, and then your engagement button on the bottom right-hand side. Hit the circle with the emoji. Send the bubbles up. Please let the people know we here. Share the video if you don't mind. Somebody might want to sit up late night with the grown folks and talk, okay? Hey, E. Davis. How you doing? Thank you for being number 27. Who got number 35? Who got it? Hey, DM Rocks. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday. So look, I'm going to give y'all a quick rundown on this Bold and Bougie first, and then we're going to get into this Reesa Teesa situation. We're going to get into it. And I'm going to tell you why we're going to get into it. She was on Tamron Hall. She addressed some things. Of course, Timothy T.S. Madison has immediately taken this as some kind of victory for him. Not sure how that works. Thank you so much, Lily. I appreciate it. Yes, some of them sessions went to the wee hours of the morning. Yes, sometimes those were like the best conversations ever. Y'all, please hit the like button. Please help me out. You know that's how you help me, and I appreciate you. Okay, so look, so we got to talk about it because there was some things that went on. Hey, Quiet Storm, it's our little mama. Hey, thank you for being like number 34. I appreciate you so much. So, yeah. So we got to talk about it. Like some things have happened, and I want us to talk about it like grown folks. And I know it's some young people in here, and that's fine. And we want y'all to engage. Like I said, when I get to that portion of the live, I'm going to start putting the StreamYard out quickly. And I want you all to use it and come up here and tell me what you think. And remember, you can turn your camera off. I know it's late night. Some of y'all got rollers in your head. Some of y'all got bonnets on, all of that. You don't have to turn the camera on. I just got it on because this is a commitment to me. Okay? So that's why I'm doing it. Oh, yeah, I promise you we're going to get into it. That I heard about that gossip because of a post that he made. He never said that he was, but you know, when you make certain posts, people draw conclusions and start making up narratives. But yeah, I saw the post and I saw people like turning it into something it wasn't. Hey, Miss Knox, thank you for being number 36. Y'all, please like this video. Who's like number 40? Please run my likes up. I know it's the middle of the night, but please hit the like button, okay? We gonna entertain you, but I need y'all to, work with me a little bit, okay? So look, with Carlos King's new show, let me grab a little water. Ooh, child. Let me tell y'all this. It is actually moving. It is moving along. It's not stalling at all. Auntie Eva, congratulations on your 32-month royal anniversary. It was one of the late night sessions when you found my channel. I know that's right. Yes, he's definitely trying to speak something into existence or whatever. I don't know that Marlo would entertain that. Um, I don't know. If I'm being honest, I don't know whether she's a good fit for those ladies or not, but I think it would be interesting to watch. You never know something till you try, but I don't know whether she would really entertain it or not. They say, yes, he didn't say he was on it. He said Marlo would be great on it. Right. And people took it, ran it, smacked it up, flipped it, and rubbed it down. Oh no, is what happened. Okay. Now, before we get into that, y'all, I heard some audio, and it's not gossip related. It's not gossip related at all. Mm, but it was so, I don't know, like it kind of struck a chord with me, and I wanted y'all to hear it. I wanted y'all to hear it, okay? I'm gonna let y'all hear this, and then we're gonna get into this bold and bougie review. Okay. I want y'all to hear this first. Listen real good, because I feel like if it applied to me, it might apply to somebody else too. And then we're gonna dig into this show and on to the gossip with Miss Reesa Teesa in Tamron Hall. Okay.
Let me. Sometimes God won't allow you to come up until every snake is out of your circle. Psalms 23 says that God will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. But you have to be careful who you let eat at your table, because everybody was not sent to eat with you. Some people were sent to compete with you. When you really know your worth, you will be willing to eat alone until you find the right table.
I just wanted y'all to hear that real quick. It resonated with me, and I just felt like if it resonated with me, it's possible that it might resonate with somebody else. Okay. Hey, Dr. J. Dr. J is in the house, my good sis. Okay, the globe trotter herself. Hood Star 92. Thank you for being like number 42. I appreciate it. Listen, that thing, like, it was plucking a nerve in the back of my brain. I said, wait, what you say? And it, mind you, it wasn't anything that was like earth-shattering information, but sometimes you just be needing a reminder that sometimes you not, leveling up the way you want to, because there's some snakes around you and they got to go first. Sometimes they got to go first. I'm just saying. Tasha Jones, hey, like number 40. I know that's right. Listen, I say, okay, I could dig that. I could dig it. And it was a nice little encouraging thing. It wasn't one of those things, I don't need nobody, I don't love nobody, I don't trust nobody. Like, it wasn't anything like that, but it was real encouraging. I took it as, keep doing what you're supposed to do, be patient. Sometimes it takes a while to get rid of the bad people. So and don't try to do it yourself. Let God do the separating. And I was like, okay, I can dig it. You say that was needed. I tell my daughter that, but sometimes forget to tell myself. Okay, all I'm going to say about that. You say it was needed, Lily. I'm going to tell y'all something. Anytime something happened where you fall out with somebody, or there's some sort of misunderstanding, and y'all know sometimes all it takes is a misunderstanding for people to start running their mouth and let you know what they really think of you or whatever. But those type of situations that happen, of falling out, or somebody just exits your life, or you have to exit somebody out your life, and the minute this person is gone for whatever reason, all of a sudden things start opening up, doors start opening up, situations start opening up, and then it's like, were you the one blocking my blessing? Was it you? Or was it me for letting you hang on too long? That type of stuff. So I was like, okay, when I heard that, I said, you know what? My sisters might want to hear this too before we start talking about these TV shows and stuff. So, I got my notebook. I would not be Nitra if I didn't have this notebook. I know y'all hit them pages. I'm going to tell y'all what happened because y'all ain't started watching the show yet. Okay, but I'm going to tell you what went on. It is, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. That's right. Don't forget that engagement button. Okay, let them know we in here. Let them know we in here. So look, let me get me some tissue because my sinuses been acting stupid. They've been acting ignorant. So I got my tissue. I got my water, my notebook, and my phone. So if my sister texts me, I can tell y'all what she say when she don't say something too crazy. Okay. So anyway, Bold and Bougie. Now we done made it to episode 3, and I'm really surprised that this show has only been on for 3 episodes. And the reason I'm surprised this show has only been on for 3 episodes because a lot has happened in these 3 episodes. We have been watching a whole season of Potomac, and it ain't been that much movement in the whole season. There's a lot of movement on this show. So let me ask y'all this before I dig into it. In the chat, who has watched an episode or 2 of this show yet? If you watched any of the Bold and Bougie from Carlos King, put a 1 in the chat. If you have not watched any episodes yet at all, put a 2 in the chat. Because I want to talk about what's going on here. But I kind of want to know, like, who she watched that Nacho Twins Mama has watched. So it's Miss Sparkle. Okay, so y'all starting to get on this train. Lily has not watched it yet. Lily is something. Axe ain't watched it. Vet has. Okay, Leah, you ain't watched it yet. I'm going to keep telling y'all what's happening until you get a chance to circle around and do your thing yourself. Okay, Tasha say Bold and Bougie is giving real grown women business. Okay, that I'm telling y'all, the tools in the chat. Listen, it's movement. It's a lot of movement. Cedar. Okay, Dr. J ain't seen it. My sis on the phone ain't watched it. She said she declined because I know a lot of people don't like Carlos. I knew Mama say she ain't watched it yet. Well, let me tell y'all what happened. So I told y'all what happened last week, of course. Rochelle, you been watching it? Okay, that's what's up. So I told y'all how it ended with them, putting Tameka Foster, which is Usher's ex-wife, the older one, kind of on the spot about her nasty behavior and how she's snapping at the little non-black girl, Crystal. And y'all know Crystal was the one that was married to Neo. Now, Yetta was Neo's baby mama. The non-black girl was the wife. Now, she came along later. She didn't split them up. She just ended up being the one married to the man. Okay. So anyway, they had kind of put her on the spot to ask her, like, what, why you coming at this girl? Like, you came at her, at that pool party. It was aggressive. It was weird. And then she ended up, getting up, storming off, just leaving. I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm leaving. Right. So they put her on the spot and ended up asking, well, I mean, I'm old too. If it was a young person saying it, that's different. But yeah, the older one. I do believe Crystal because even Monyetta said that lady didn't split them up. So is Yetta lying for her too? Because Yetta said that Crystal didn't split them up. People run with narratives because that's what be said in social media. And when things get said in social media, everybody just run with it. And I think once you hear something repeated enough times, people take it to be true, even when all the evidence points to something else. Okay? So they asked her flat out, like, girl, did Crystal sleep with Usher on you? Was she in his DMs? Crystal made it clear, y'all, starting this episode, like, look, first of all, he friends with my ex-husband. I would never. That's horrible. Okay. And then they asked Tameka, and she was just like, first of all, y'all are corny. She felt like it was corny for them to oh, Cool Gamer, this your other account. What's happening, Cool Gamer? Cool Gamer 2. All right. Okay, Lily say, oh, thanks for letting me know. I thought she did. I heard that on a YouTube channel. See what I be telling y'all about social media? People don't be careful. Gossip is fun when we get it straight. But see, sometimes people repeat what they heard, and they did not choose this, but they didn't get it straight. So when you heard it, you thought they had it straight, and so that's what you went with. But that ain't even how that went. Yetta said that girl ain't split them up. So, that's what the girl keeps saying to them. Like, why is y'all bothering me about this? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Tameka was like, man, they corny for this or whatever. And so she turns around and she was like, well, what's funny about this is I've had a couple husbands and I've had a few relationships or whatever. And so Gocha, the one that's friends with Candy that owned the breakfast bar or whatever, the brunch spot or whatever it is, and was like, well, did she mess with any of your other men? Because you putting a lot on this. And I understood why Gocha would ask the question. I was like, okay, Gocha kind of messy, but okay, I feel like her and Tameka, in my opinion, I feel like Gocha and Tameka is kind of the same person in a different body. Both of them kind of like, not bully energy, but both of them like have a habit of boss talking, kind of saying what they want to say. And I think that their personalities are clashing a little bit because of that. Okay. I'm just saying that's what Yetta said. Yetta said that the girl didn't split them up. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what happened on another show. I'm just saying that's what Yetta had said. So Lily says she done met Gocha. She's smart and she's nice. But her and Tameka kind of have similar energy from what I can see. And they right now they clashing. They are clashing. Hey Helga. Oh, the baby turning 37 at midnight. I know that's right, baby girl. You better do it. Vet say I only seen episode 1. Please tell me Yetta. Yetta is not on the show, but they wouldn't quit saying her name. So let me tell you. So, once we got that out in the air or whatever, they moved on from it. That was the end of it or whatever. And I was kind of glad that was over because that was a lot. That was a lot. And that was mainly Gocha and Malaysia trying to get to the bottom, or at least saying they were trying to get to the bottom of why Tameka was acting like she was acting with this girl, because it was a lot. Now, Tameka, she made it clear, they all made it clear, whatever. That's just it. So anyway, Gocha at that point asked, was there any underlying issues? And Tameka's like, no, ain't no underlying issues. All my issues be overlying. And she basically threw it off on the fact that she kind of say whatever she want to say. And she feels like people taking her that way because they're not accustomed to people saying whatever they think. So basically Tameka saying she one of them people, if it come up, it come out. I ain't got no filter. To me, that's a code for I don't have any tact. I don't have any social graces. I don't know how to communicate without being offensive. Like I'm sorry, that's just how I take it. Once you get to a certain age, if it come up, it come out. I just don't have no filter. That's a cop out for you don't have, the right amount of class. Something's not right here. You should at a certain age know how to filter yourself and how to not be uncouth. Like, do we have to try to embarrass people? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot. Y'all, please hit the like button, thumbs up this video, thumbs up the video, thumbs up, thumbs up. So anyway, that's what she put it on. At this point, Crystal was funny to me talking about, I like having tea. I go to Europe every year for her birthday. And that she said she go to Europe every year for her birthday. She said this right here was very Atlanta. It was not like the tea party she was accustomed to. Helga say Tameka is a tad mean. I like Crystal. She can't rap, but she's down to earth. Yes. I'm surprised, y'all. I am surprised that I actually like her. I was very prepared not to like her. And I'm still, she's not somebody I would want to be around because she seems a little hoodish for me. But I kind of like her. She seems like a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say stuff and offend people and say, oh, well, I ain't got no filter, that y'all just not used to nobody saying what they think. Is it a must that everything you think has to come out your mouth? Is it a must? Like, I don't know. To me, that's just not cool. So anyway, Gocha and Tameka decide they're going to meet up and talk. It's raining. Gocha shows up covered in rhinestones. Tameka shading her in the confession, talking about her coming up looking like Billie Jean, Michael Jackson with the sparkles and the rain. They went to talk about this whole thing with Crystal, like, hey, why is this happening? And she basically was like, well, what do you feel about Crystal? Tameka, then I feel like Tameka was being disingenuous. I think that she was kind of shoo-shooing Gocha off, in my opinion, because Gocha said, well, what you think about Crystal? She's like, oh, I adore her. And Gocha say, now? She said, you saying you adore her now? Because that ain't what you gave before. So then Tameka, in my opinion, this is just all my opinion, Tameka then puts it off on, well, y'all think just because I'm stating my case and letting her know where I stand with my friend and whatever. That don't mean that I don't like you. It absolutely meant that you didn't like that girl. She was aggressive as hell. She was aggressive as hell. Hey, Apple Charm. Thank you for being number 53. Thank you so much. Who's like number 60, please? So they kind of got off of that a little bit. And after she did that, she was like, I just had to let her know where I stood with Yon Yetta. Again, with the Yon Yetta talk. See, just say her name. So, and then she tells Gocha, like, you probably just don't get me. Gocha was like, I really don't get you. Like, I don't get you at all. And so Tameka was like, yeah, just like I don't get wearing diamonds in the rain and all that, talking about the girl's outfit and stuff. So then Gocha threw a shot right back at her because Tameka was sitting up here with some kind of black jacket with red puffy sleeves. And so this fool said, and just like I don't get your outfit with them with them floaties on your arm either. She was like, but that go with the rain. You got them swim floaties on your arm. I said, yeah, y'all are literally the same person in different bodies. Because they started slinging shade back and forth. It was a lot. It was a lot. So basically, you know, she was like, hey, you just seem so guarded the other night at the tea party. And you know, people want to get to know you and they want to be able to talk to you and stuff. And so Tameka was like, well, I was guarded because she don't be want to talk about Usher, basically, is what she's saying. And she say she feel a certain type of way when people try to talk to her about Usher, because she's like, okay, are you here to be my friend or you one of his fans? You trying to get tickets? Like, what is this about? Gocha was offended immediately. I was like, oh yeah, she definitely wanted candy friends, because first thing she did was let Tameka know, like, girl, oh, I can buy some tickets. I say, oh, okay, we about to go here. So they was clashing again. I'm like, y'all got the same personality. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. So then they got past that and was like, because Gocha's in the confessional, like, girl, I ain't no groupie. She was like, I'm a fan, but I ain't no groupie now. She was like, first of all, the man is the whole superstar, and people gonna ask you questions about him. And she said she's still trying to figure out how the hell Tameka caught him. I said, wow. So we really doing that, Gocha? It was obviously something about this lady that man was attracted to. Why we got to keep going to I want to know how you caught him? The same way any woman catch any man. That's how she caught him. Usher ain't God. Like, I thought that was a little rough. I was like, woo, okay. And I want y'all to put a pin in that because it's gonna come back up. Okay. When we start talking about this Reesa Teesa mess, y'all remind me of Tameka Foster Raymond. Do not forget. One of y'all write it on a piece of paper and don't let me forget. Lily said Gocha does have a strong personality. She's the boss. And that goes the same for Tameka Raymond, because it looked like she run her business. She handled her business. But those strong personalities, they clashing, girl. Lily, when you watch it, you gonna see they are clashing. They are like boom, like baby, like atoms bouncing off against each other in some type of reactor or something. It's something to watch. It was a sparring session watching them knock that ball back and forth across the net. It was something. And so she was like, Gocha is telling her, like, you know, you basically being kind of weird and standoffish. Tameka blames it on her upbringing, and Gocha was like, well, how people gonna get to know you? People do want to get to know you or whatever. And you know, how they gonna get to know you if people can't talk to you about stuff, you being guarded? And then she, at this point, Gocha tells Tameka, you got problems. I said, wow, you two chicks are identical. Like, how do you, like, where you find that type of nerve from to tell another full-grown woman you got problems because she want to be standoffish? I said, ooh, y'all are crazy. Like, at that point, I'm sitting there like, well, let's just see where this goes. So at that point, Tameka was like, oh, I have problems. I said, oh God. Tameka was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and exit this conversation because it was getting too spicy for the pepper. So she got up and was like, yeah, girl, I'm finna go, but I love you and I'm finna go. So I say, okay, so Tameka know how to exit and like get out of a situation when it's about to be elevated. Because I could tell Tameka know how to elevate. I say, ooh, and something tell me Gocha know how to elevate. And then both of them get to elevating at the same time on the elevator. It ain't gonna be no love in the elevator, but it's going up. Hey Meek, how you doing, Bookie? Hit that like button. So anyway, at that time, she's walking off. Gocha is still yelling behind her. She wasn't done. X done grabbed that crown bag. It's been a minute. Okay, wait. How Timberland says it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but she back and we missed you. X got the crown back. Meek say Meek like number 55. Come on, y'all, hit my like button. Where's like number 65? Why is Meek 55? Okay. Yeah, no love at all in that elevator, baby. Gocha is yelling behind Tameka. Tameka at this point, y'all, has removed herself. Y'all make sure y'all welcome X back to the fold. Spam the chat with welcome, please and thank you. I know that's right. So listen, yelling behind the girl, talking about some, I see why you ain't got no man. What? Gocha, why would you yell at behind the girl? She yelled behind Tameka. I see why you ain't got no man. And told her that how she said it. She was like, yeah, you ain't got no man, and you're gonna be married to your house and married to your business and married to your book, but definitely not no man. And so Tameka said, and she said, sure enough, won't be no woman. And so then Gocha, well, you should try it. Gocha, are you trying to recruit people? First, you did this mess with Crystal. Now you're doing it with Tameka. If you see that you and Tameka is clashing and she walking away, why is you yelling behind this lady while she walking away, telling her you see why she ain't got no man? And I say, what is going on here? So that's how that scene ended. I said, oh wow. Oh wow. Lily said Tameka was mean on the other reality show she did years ago. Y'all told me, but I never watched it. And my thing is this. If you see her walking away, Gocha, why are you yelling behind her? Because literally all Tameka said was, I'm finna go. I love you, but I'm finna go. I love you, but I'm finna go should not have pushed Gocha to yelling these things behind her back. Because at first, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. When Tameka said, oh, it's just something about me that just grinds Gocha's gears, I'm like, girl, you ain't grinding that lady gears. She was just calling you on your stuff with that girl. But after I seen her yelling behind Tameka, I was like, no, Tameka right. Tameka's right. Something about Tameka really does grind Gocha's gears. She called it. She called it. Yes, it's definitely giving real recruitment. I'm like, y'all worse than the military, child. They went in. I don't know whether she was trying to make a moment for TV. It didn't look like that, not your twins mama. It looked like Gocha was pissed off because she couldn't even keep her face straight. She was visibly irritated with Tameka. And I'm like, what are you irritated for? You claim you're trying to explain to her that people want to get to know her. She's being guarded. She's being weird. Yada, yada, yada. Once y'all get to a point where she's telling you, well, maybe it's my upbringing. And she's giving you reasons why she's responding that way. I'm like, why would you then to me, Gocha escalated that conversation when she said, you got a problem. You need to you got a problem. That's not how we resolve things. That's some bad conflict resolution there, Gocha. You say they bad for recruiting, huh? Well, all right now. So that's how that interaction ended. And I'm like, y'all ain't resolved nothing. This just made a whole new problem. So, and I'm sorry, this time I had to blame Gocha. Gocha escalated this. So then we get Princess over at the dentist office because her husband got the practice, and she said she HR, the smile, envy, or whatever. So she went up there to help out in the office, but really she was just there. Her husband looked like he was really happy to see her. I think they are a very cute Black couple. I love it, and I love to see it. He seems so affectionate and like he's so like in tune with her. I feel like they suit each other because she's super sensitive and he seemed like it don't bother him one bit. Very cute little black couple. I say, look at y'all. Okay. So they sitting up there. Malaysia shows up with her fake self. And I know a lot of y'all say y'all like Malaysia, but I do not know why. Not for the life of me. Hey, the divine Miss M. Wow, what a beautiful picture. I'm so happy to see all the beautiful ladies on the porch. Say it's bad. I act like I don't hear no see them. Speak and keep it moving. Hello. I ain't mad at you, Lily. Got to be quicker than that. So, anywho, she's a Malaysia fake tail arrives. She talking to Malaysia, finds out that Princess Lofters does a fashion show for dealers. She says she did it last year and this is gonna be her second time doing it. She was talking about it's very lucrative. She told Malaysia like, maybe I get some input from you or whatever. They talk about that back and forth a little bit, and they all start like giving input on Princess Lofters. It made me a little uncomfortable, but in a way it was like, yeah, it's okay. Like, let's really see what these ladies think about her. The general consensus, in my opinion, was they all think she's so soft, she's too meek, too mild, she's a pushover, she's this. I'm like, y'all, everybody don't have to run around, roaring like a dragon. Like it's not everybody's personality. Ashley is number 61. Oh, she was shucking them oysters. You got your hot sauce? You got your mustard? All right. Lily said, I'm proud of Princess. Yes, she does very well. I don't know. Her whole vibe is super, super, super cool. My Renee is in the house. Hey, sis. Is it midnight where she at yet? Because she waiting on midnight. Okay. So anyway, they did that whole thing and everybody weighed in their confessional. And then they started talking about their tea party. Honey, I'm tired of hearing about tea party. Tea party just happened. Okay. It's midnight where you at already. Happy birthday, Helga girl. So they bring up the tea party. Princess was like, yeah, Tameka, with the whole comment that Princess Lofters made at a tea party, and where she told Tameka, I think you still love him. Malaysia brings that up like this is something that, oh my God, Princess, you shouldn't have said that. And then you walked it back and you backpedaled and you should have to deal with it. And so poor little Princess Lofters was like, well, I mean, maybe I should call her and apologize. I'm like, what is there to apologize for? If that's your feeling and that's your friend. So she was like, oh yeah, you reeled it back in, and Tameka wasn't comfortable with it. So poor little Princess Lofters, she seems like such a sweetheart. So she called Tameka and let her know that Malaysia was there. And she was like, I think I need to apologize for something. I don't know if you caught it. And when she did tell her what it was about, she was like, girl, I don't care nothing about that. She's, doing her, looking at her real estate and stuff and getting ready for the book signing, and invited both of them to the book signing. Now, what I noticed was Princess Lofters was like, of course I'm going to be there, friend. And she was like, Malaysia, I'm sure Malaysia coming too. She put Malaysia on the spot. Malaysia's face was like, oh God, I got to go. Put a pin in that because it's going to come back up. And so she went ahead and left before Princess Lofters and Tameka got off the phone. Next scene we get is Princess Lofters meeting up with Gocha, and they at some type of pub or something, and they throwing darts and stuff. They learning how to throw darts. Well, we're going to talk about Reesa Teesa as soon as I finish with this, Ashley, and I want y'all to hit that link and come tell me about all that in just a second, okay? So they meet up, they throwing darts, they talking. Princess, they talking about Tameka, and of course Gocha is feeling some type of way. She's still upset. Apparently she was upset enough to tell that girl, I see why you ain't got no man. I thought that was real tough to do over something that small. It was really, really, really tough. But she did it, and you know it is what it is. Everybody grown. So she brings that up or whatever, and so Princess Lofters was like, well, in her shoes, you probably wouldn't want to hear about your ex all the time too. And so Gocha was like, but yeah, people want to get to know her though. And I was like, Gocha, you need to slow down. You need to slow down. Renee, you was number 26. Thanks, sis. And so I'm like, Gocha, you need to slow down. And this is why I say that. If you want to get to know Tameka, then you need to be talking to Tameka about Tameka. How the hell you gonna get to know Tameka constantly asking her questions about Usher Raymond? She ain't with that man no more. She say her and that man been divorced over 10 years. So how is talking about Usher gonna help you get to know Tameka? Like I feel like you playing a game now because you're not interested in asking about her, and it is giving fangirl energy. Just like that comment, I still want to know how she caught him. Why do you care? Don't you like women? Now you want to know how to catch Usher? You keep recruiting and telling the girls they need to be with a girl, but you want to know how the woman caught a man? That ain't your ministry, girl. Let that go. But anyway, that's what she said. And then in her confessional, she's like, oh, Prince is always gonna take up for Tameka. Well, it sounds like that's her friend in real life. Okay. So anyway, and so they talk about Crystal's party. Gocha says she got to be out of town because she's going to get her bread on. And I understand. Everybody got to make their money. Bills don't pay themselves. So then we get Crystal with her children at the little fun park, the little indoor fun park with the foam and the zip line, children stuff, trampolines, bull crap. Had her friend with her. Her guy friend, the one she say be helping her with her kids and stuff. Okay. Helga say, I would be offended if I was Tameka. She wants Tameka to sell Usher some pancake mix. I ain't studying y'all. My baby is here. She like number 64. Thank you, Peanut. Okay. So she did that. And then she was talking about, she's over there with her children saying she feel like she have to overcompensate because their daddy be working so much and stuff. That happens. Okay. So she telling her friend that she felt disrespected by that conversation with Malaysia. Oh, it's 11:11 Central Time. Y'all better make a wish. Okay. I did mine. Hope you did yours. So anyway, she told her friend she felt disrespected with Malaysia and Gocha and them sitting up there asking her, like, did you sleep with Usher? Well, actually, it was Malaysia that asked the question. Only thing Gocha said was, yeah, I did ask her that, before we got here, like, what is Tameka's problem with you? But Malaysia was really beating that dead horse. And she was like, she felt disrespected. And she was like, people can insinuate I'm a hoe, assume I'm a hoe. She was like, at the end of the day, she said she don't have no hoe card, never did. And I understand that. I respect that. Just because a lady dresses a certain way, parties or whatever, it doesn't mean that she's out here with no friendly pocketbook. Okay, please like this video. Thank you so much. So listen, as if that was not enough, she goes on to talk about the fact that she don't want to be in confrontations no more. So she just kind of let it go, but she didn't really like that line of questioning. She felt like it wasn't pleasant. She mentioned that it wasn't a party, it was a hosting, and that she was doing hostings and stuff when Neo met her. And so now she going back to doing that, and it's a place called 404 Restaurant in Atlanta where she was doing the hosting. Okay, like a lounge slash restaurant type things, situation or whatever. So she invited the ladies, and the friend was like, oh, I think you're doing better because of your new man. Crystal made it clear, I don't have no man, and I'm doing better because of God and them. Ain't got nothing to do with no man. So then we get to Tameka's book signing. Now this got very interesting real fast. Of course, Princess Lofters showed up because apparently that is her friend in real life. So she showed up for her girl. Tameka starts talking about her book. She got to the portion of the book where she was talking about her child passing. I felt so bad for her. She broke down and she cried a little bit, tried to pull herself together. She say Sometimes she's okay talking about it, sometimes she's not, which I think any mother can understand. Some days better than others. It's always a bad situation. And so Malaysia walks in when the whole presentation is almost over. So she didn't even know the level of like emotional energy that Tameka had just expended. Didn't know, didn't care. I've never liked Malaysia. Malaysia is so tacky and low, just low rent to me. I just never liked her. But anyway, so it was so funny because Princess had said initially that she had wanted to try to talk to Tameka when she first got there. I want to talk to her and see if I can convince her and Gocha to sit down and talk and try to fix it. And then after she saw what her friend was going through, she was like, you know what? After rethinking it, this ain't the right time to have that conversation. This ain't the right time to have this conversation. And so I was like, I like her. I really like Princess Lofters because she seems like a good friend. Like she realized everything ain't for TV. Even if I want them to have a resolution, so the show can move. This ain't the time to ask my friend about making up with no girl, and she talking about her pain of losing her baby. So anyway, she just thought it was too emotional, bringing up, trying to put that on her when she really going through what she going through, because that was a lot. Now, Malaysia pulls Princess to the side to talk about Gocha and Tameka. I'm like, wow, you couldn't just be here for this lady with this book signing. It didn't occur to Malaysia to be like, girl, I missed so much. What all happened? Well, what did I miss? What did she talk about? Oh, wow, that was interesting. Like none of that. Straight to let's talk about Gocha and Tameka. What does that have to do with this book signing? That's why I say put a pin in it. She didn't even want to come. And then she showed up late. And then after showing up late in a 9 later wrapper or a fruit by the foot wrapper or a fruit roll-up wrapper, I don't know what the hell she had on, then this is what you're doing, trying to be messy. So Princess gave her the details of, the conversation with Tameka talking to Gocha and the fact that that because Gocha shared it with her when they were shooting darts. And right, she's definitely stuck in basketball wives, and it's real tacky. It really is. I see why her and Gums is friends. I see it. So she just told her, like, I talked to Gocha and she said that, her and Tameka didn't really get along. They was trying to talk and it didn't go right. And so Tameka just kind of removed herself and walked off. Initially Malaysia's like, well, I understand the walking off stuff. Maybe that's what she does, to defuse things. And she says she's the walk away queen. So I'm like, okay, maybe, you trying to find common ground. Maybe that's what you're doing. So after that, Tameka walks up and they're like, hey, first thing Malaysia do. We were just talking about you. Really? This is an event for her to promote her book. She's signing books. She's taking pictures with people. She's sharing things that are very intimate and close to her that are in the book. And you thought this was the best place to do that? That's why I say the level of tacky that Malaysia Pargo is, I'm never gonna like her. I'm never gonna like her. Oh, look what my sister sent me. Wait, can y'all see it? It's a drink. Thank you so much for the Cash App, Dr. J. That is my first support of the day. And I appreciate you. That's so sweet. Will it let me send a heart back? Will it? I'm trying. I is trying. Okay. No, it won't, but I got the picture. Okay, cool. Thank you. So she was like, what's going on? And so she tells Princess Lofters, like, oh yeah, you need to let her know. Don't be, because you holding in stuff. And so of course Tameka still at this point is being good natured. They're like, girl, you got bottled up feelings about me. What's going on? And so Princess Lofters, again, I told Peanut on the phone, that lady is so ladylike that I am in awe. I absolutely dig her energy. Until she shows me something else, I dig her energy. She's just so ladylike. She is a throwback to when black women were absolutely ladies, and I like it. That's her friend. And even though Malaysia was being messy, nasty, tacky Malaysia, she still, in the middle of that moment, says to Tameka, "Is it okay if I share this with you right now?" And Tameka, of course, was like, "Yeah, girl, I don't mind." But it was just the idea that she had the presence of mind to ask her if that's okay for you to even hear this mess right now. And so she said, okay. And so she was like, I talked with her and I just wanted to let you know, I felt like I had to let you know that I had a conversation with her and what was said. And yeah, LaQuisha Malaysia. That's exactly what she was being, LaQuisha Malaysia. And so of course Tameka was like, no, you didn't have to. And so Princess let her know, like, I felt like I did because I don't want something to come up later and it turn into, well, you knew this, or you had this conversation and you saw me at the book signing and you didn't mention it. So she just was kind of, she felt better kind of clearing the air. Malaysia was pushing mess, but that's just what it was. And so Tameka was like, but you don't really have to, boo, because I really don't care anything about, I just don't care. So at this point, y'all, Malaysia jumps in. Well, you're being dismissive. That's dismissive. Tameka say, it is. I say, good show, Tameka. I like it. And so she was like, well, you can't do that because I'm not going to want to talk to you if you're going to dismiss me and my feelings. And even if I want to say something, I'm going to feel like if I do that, Tameka's going to laugh at me. And that's going to, I don't want somebody to dismiss my feelings. And I'm like, dismiss your feelings. What does any of this have to do with your feelings? If Tameka and Gocha are not getting along because their personalities are clashing, and something was said and her friend felt like, okay, out of loyalty, I have to say something to my friend, and the friend saying, baby, you don't, because we good. What does that have to do with Malaysia's feelings? I was like, I don't like it. And so it wasn't working. And so then she was trying to get elevated, make it about herself, center herself in the conversation and make it about her feelings. And I don't like that. And you can't do that. Baby, Tameka Foster Raymond said, and I quote, this is going to sound dismissive, but y'all are dismissed. I'm about to go. I said, this gonna sound dismissive, but y'all is dismissed. Yes, ma'am. And so, hey, J Darkness, y'all hit the like button. So at that point, Malaysia was like, wait, what you mean? What are you saying? Who's dismissed? She say, both of y'all, because I'm about to go. And so Malaysia mad. Then I ain't never been dismissed. And I said, hell, I told Peanut, well, it's the first time for everything, because I just saw you get dismissed tonight. Baby, that thing tickled the hell out of me. So anyway, Malaysia pressed, but it wasn't nothing she could do. So yeah. So after the dismissal, honey, moving right along. Because they was trying to tell her about meeting up, and Tameka was like, child, I ain't meeting up with nobody. And that's just what there was. So she walked on off, and then Malaysia's mad, and she telling Princess, you always trying to be nice. And so Princess was like, I like being nice. And I like that about her too. Not only is she ladylike, she's comfortable enough within herself that you can't make her feel insecure or awkward for being herself, or make her feel like she need to change something about herself because she doesn't act like you. She said, I like being nice. So this thing say, well, sometimes nice guys finish last. Well, look like she finishing pretty good to me. Nice husband, nice tax bracket, beautiful home, beautiful business. She's still making bread. She doing the Dillard's fashion show. It looked like the nice girl is finishing just fine. Looks like the nice girl is finishing just fine. She doesn't have to act like some sort of project banshee in order to finish in a good position. Like, you don't have to do that. And I thought it was so cute. So then we get to this final scene, and then we moving on to Reesa Teesa. Y'all get ready, because we're finna talk about this situation. So Crystal's hosting. Okay, at this restaurant, the 404 Lounge, or restaurant 404, whatever the hell it's called, 404. The area code is where they at. Malaysia and Princess arrived, and they dressed cute. It's a lounge. It wasn't no club situation. Malaysia seemed disappointed that it wasn't a club, and I was not surprised. I mean, look at Malaysia. Then Malaysia friend, that Dr. Princess lady, that real messy one. Hey, Destiny, what's going down? Oh, Bianca say the food good over there at the 404. So if y'all is in Atlanta and you want good food, Bianca say the food is good over to the 404. Now, if y'all happen to see this broadcast and you work at the 404 or on the 404, look out for your girl, because I'm talking up for y'all what the people say. Thank you for being number 75, boo. Appreciate it. So, um, anywho, they in there, they're doing their thing, and they her friend, the messy doctor, the rude one that Malaysia told she couldn't even come to the tea party because she knew she wasn't gonna act right. She shows up. So Malaysia brought that thing with her. And she showed up, y'all. It looked like she was attacked by red organza ruffles all over. Like it was red silk organza or red silk chiffon ruffles all over her. It was not flattering. It was not put together in a nice way. It wasn't a cute design. She looked like a blood clot, honestly. She looked like a whole blood clot. But that's what she had on. Very awkward lady. So Crystal and her friend Shad arrived. She had on her red spandex, but Crystal gives hood girl. She had on her typical red spandex. Looked like something Suki Hana would have put on. And so she comes on in. The Dr. Princess girl is already being rude. Already being rude. Oh, this ain't no club. We ain't got no VIP. We ain't got no booth. We ain't got no. Girl, you could have not came. You could have simply not come at all. Crystal was like, and then basically like, trying to redirect the energy, like, y'all, let's get some shots. Here come the Dr. Princess lady. And ain't no waitress been over here at all yet. Just complaining when you could have stayed. You and your blood clot costume could have stayed home. Why are you here? Okay. So anywho, so Crystal still trying to play it off like, girl, maybe they was waiting on the guest of honor. Maybe that's what that was. Okay, girl, that Dr. Princess Heifer was working my last nerve too. Now, case. Hey, sis. What's happening? Bonsoir, mon ami. So, listen. At that point, Crystal was like, let's kind of she kept trying to pivot back to the positive energy or whatever. The Dr. Princess chick was still trying to act stank, like she was pushing it. So Crystal was like, let me reintroduce myself. She's still trying to pivot the energy back. She reached across, shook this heifer hand and everything, trying to make it all right. Okay? Everybody seemed to be having fun for a little minute. Tameka couldn't make it, that evening, and she made it clear in her confessional she's not going to be trying to make it to every single event. She's just not going to do it. I said I can dig it. At this point, we get Malaysia deciding it's time to confront Princess Lofters again. Not the nasty Dr. Princess, the nice ladylike demure Princess Lofters, the doctor's wife. Okay? And so she confronts her and says to her that she wants her to be more assertive with Tameka. You need to get assertive with Tameka. And tries to tell her, like, you don't understand. Tameka is disrespectful to you and all this stuff. And the girl was like, look, that's my friend. That ain't nothing like that. I know how we relate to each other. At some point, Malaysia's like, well, I mean, I guess that's just y'all's friendship or whatever. Here come this Dr. Princess hoe. Well, me and you got the same name, and I want you to, if somebody do this, that you better do that, and you need to do this, and don't you let nobody get away with nothing. I mean, just, it was a lot. And so it was around that time that the pleasant princess grabbed her purse and was like, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go head on and head on out. And so Malaysia was like, what you gonna do? She said, I think I'm gonna go call Tameka. I'm gonna call Tameka. Tameka. And so, Malaysia was like, I mean, if you feel like you need to, she was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna just go. And so she switched her little cute self right on out the door. And they still doing their thing at the table while she heads on out. Meanwhile, Princess Lofters is like, basically she was not feeling Malaysia's friend, and she was not comfortable with people she don't know telling her how she need to feel and what she need to do with her friends. Bianca said, I was like, how y'all gonna tell this lady how to act? Leave her the F alone. She's not confrontational, and that's okay. Yeah, everybody's not like that. And you can talk to your friends and tell them when they hurt your feelings, because we saw her do that in episode 1. You can do that without being rude or confrontational or ignorant, or uncouth. You just don't have to do it. And so, anywho, Crystal was like, sometimes friends be going through stuff. And so Malaysia finally admitted, like, well, I mean, she did tell me that before I got there, that Tameka really was emotional talking about the passing of her son or whatever. And so, like, okay, yeah, so she was emotional then, but what about the pool party? Mind you, Malaysia was the one at the tea party last week, like, well, I applaud you for what you did at the pool party because you apologized and then you knew to remove yourself from the situation. Now you bringing it up, but she wasn't going through nothing at the pool party. So what does that have to do with anything? How did she hurt Princess Lofter's feelings at the pool party? What does the pool party have to do with anything? I felt like that was Malaysia's weak attempt at trying to make Crystal feel some type of way about Tameka, only to turn around and say, "Oh, y'all made up. Y'all made up." She said, "Yeah, at the tea party. Like once we were done with it, I was done with it." You know what I'm saying? She was trying hard to make some mess, and I don't like it. Helga say, "So in discard, LaQuisha, you don't have to secure a spot like you did on Basketball Wives. She don't. She don't. And I think the other thing, Helga, is that she still felt some type of way about Tameka letting her know, girl, you are dismissed. Okay. And at that point, Malaysia was like, well, let me go check on Princess. So she jumps up to follow her outside. You didn't want to check on her. You wanted to see if you could still try to drive your point home. Okay, right, Destiny. She tried to put a battery in her bag. The same stuff that Kenya and Candy did with Cynthia when it came to Nene. That stuff, well, it didn't work on Princess Lofters. Apparently, she's too ladylike and she's too bright. So it didn't work. Yeah, windmilling for the paycheck. Windmilling for the paycheck. Messy. So anyway, she comes out the door and she was like, what's up or whatever, are you okay? And Princess Lofters immediately told her exactly how she felt about her friend and the negativity. And she was like, her saying that I'm her namesake and how I need to respond. She was like, I don't know that lady. I don't know how she normally presents herself or how she communicates things. I'm not comfortable, with this lady talking crazy at me and, her telling me how I need to deal with my friends. And she told her, she said, and this is me expressing myself to you. So I love that. It was so ladylike, but that was her way of saying, like, you wanted me to express myself? Let me show you how I express myself. And she did. And she did. Bianca said, baby, when Princess said that itch you don't know me. I was like, oop, right. But she still was so ladylike. Nacho Twins mama say hood booger behavior is unbecoming on Bold and Bougie. It's not bold and bougetto. Right. It's a mess. Helga said, you know what, Seanitra? Remember when Shawnee made that same dismiss statement to Brandy? It probably gave Malaysia a flashback. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Maybe that's why she felt some type of way. Could be. Could be. I didn't even think of that. It went right over my head, girl. I'm like, why are you holding on to that, girl? But yeah, she let her know, like, I'm not really digging it. I don't know her delivery and how she normally, presents, but I'm not okay with it. I don't like it. I don't know her. Yeah, I'm good. So then Tameka calls. Why is she talking to them? So I guess she had probably already called Tameka, maybe missed the call or texted her before Malaysia come dragging her half dead tail out there. And so they were talking or whatever. And she was like, oh, yeah, your book sign, everything was wonderful. And so Tameka was like, it was kind of a rough day. And I saw Princess adjusting her volume. And I said, again, I like this girl. She a little sensitive, but I like her because she was still protecting her friend. You not finna have my friend with no cameras rolling when you could record every little thing she say to me as her friend. And then what I loved the most was that she told Malaysia, like, can you go so I can talk to her? Can you just go? Because she was like, look, number one, I don't need nobody telling me what to do. And two, I definitely don't need you looking over my shoulder while I'm talking to my girl. I say, that's right. Protect your friend. Protect your sister. Always protect your sister. So she ran Malaysia off, which was a wonderful thing. And I like it. So back inside, you got Crystal told that Dr. Princess Heifer, like, I feel like maybe sometimes you say stuff for shock value and it may come off aggressive. So she's like, oh, I am aggressive. She's like, I'm glad you said it because I didn't want to say that. And I'm like, look at you being aware of your hue and the hue of the ladies that you're talking to and what words are not okay. I said, all right, Crystal, I think I might like you. And so this Dr. Princess Heifer, I'm aggressive or whatever. And so Crystal said, I used to be like that, so I understand it. What you mean used to? What stopped you from being like that? She said, my Lord and Savior. It was God. That's what stopped me from being like that. And so she's like, well, I pray. I go to church. I'm like, pray to who? In the Church of Satan? Or you one of them pew members? You one of them Negroes that go to church and your attitude's so nasty that the people who really need the Lord, you run them off from the church. You one of them? Because that's all I got from that. And then she was like, well, I used to be worse. I don't say everything I think. When I first seen you, I wanted to tell you was loose. Baby, Crystal almost messed around and lost her religion. She say, who was loose? Who was loose? She was like, girl, ain't no hoe in me. I believe Crystal because I feel like Crystal gonna beat y'all tail by calling her a hoe. I just feel like it ain't gonna go well. And so she was like, girl, I don't know you, and I don't know you, you don't know me, and you not. And she said, and you not gonna know me. And the princess girl, the Dr. Princess girl talking about, why? She was like, girl, let me leave before I end up acting a fool. And then she called the girl Dr. Ruffles. She said her spirit ain't right. She say only God can save her right now. And ended up telling them people to take her mic off. I say, listen. It would be LaQuisha Malaysia to have an alley cat of a friend. Leave it to LaQuisha Malaysia to find an alley cat doctor friend and bring her into the group. And now I'm starting to understand why the scene that was in the trailer for this show of Crystal telling her about, not bringing somebody. This must be the somebody she didn't want her to bring. Yes, she called the girl Dr. Ruffles. Matter of fact, that's her new name. Dr. Princess, Dr. Ruffles. Girl. Baby, that red organza beat the hell out of her. But yes, Vet, y'all need to catch up. But now we got to move on to Reesa Teesa. I'm not spending so much time on it because I know a lot of y'all have not got to hang and watching this show yet. But I'm telling you, it's absolutely worth it. Vet, absolutely catch up on it, girl. Let me share this screen. Because we've got to get into this. Yes, we do. Whew. Okay, here we go. All right, let me share this screen. Hey, D. Marie. So I don't see Malaysia and Dr. Ruffles coming back next season. Right, like even if they bring back Malaysia, don't bring back Dr. Ruffles. Dr. Ruffles got to go. Enough for her. It's time to share this screen. Let's go. Let's get into Miss Reesa Teesa and Tamron Hall. Let's go. Make sure y'all got y'all sound turned up, okay? Okay, we ready? Let's go. Right, Carlos does love Malaysia. Thank you, not your twins mama. So let's go. So this is where we're going to start for today. Here.
A very famous personality that called me a big bag, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want. That was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because again, I'm more than just my weight, like, and not to mention me, that it's hard. I will admit this. I appreciate when I met both men and women who have said thank you. Because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but it did help. There was a
Okay, so I'm going to play it again because I want y'all to really pay attention to what she's saying. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start running the StreamYard in the chat. I'm going to start running the StreamYard because I do want to hear what y'all have to say. And I'm going to definitely give my commentary on what's being said. Okay. So, those of you who got something to say about this, you have an opinion. Ain't no wrong opinions. This is not one of those places where we can't have an opinion. We're ladies. We all think things and we all think for ourselves. We all think for ourselves. So y'all get ready. Get your comments ready. Get your thoughts ready. This is definitely one of them call-in situations. I want to hear what you think. You can turn your camera off, but turn your mouth on. Okay? I will read some with you, but if y'all ain't talking, we ain't gonna talk long. Now let me play this again so y'all can hear what Reesa Teesa is saying. Let's listen to what she's saying, her nonverbal cues, facial tics, demeanor, all that stuff. Let's watch everything and pay close attention. Let's go.
a very famous personality that called me a big bag, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want. So that was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because again, I'm more than just my weight, like, and not to mention me, that it's hard. I will admit this. I appreciate when I met both men and women who have said thank you. Because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but it did help. There was a person.
Okay. And then I'm going to play for you. Excuse me. I just took a BC. I think it went down the wrong way. Hold on. So I'm going to play for you exactly what Leonard Charlemagne said that she's referring to in case you did not hear what was said. I want y'all to actually hear it. Okay? So let's go.
Honest with you, man, I hear a lot of big back behavior. Does she have a big back?
She do give Sheila that was driving up the mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Sheila
did.
was beautiful though.
Yeah, no. You talked about the big back, not the
big back.
face.
Yeah,
She's
right.
cool.
What's your thing with big backs?
No, I'm just saying because in a situation like this, some of you big backs, y'all got to stop being so thirsty for a man. There's a man out there for you. Okay, this woman believed all of this because she wanted to believe all of this. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief. Okay, she said it herself. He said everything I wanted to hear. She wanted to believe whatever was coming out of his mouth because she wanted a man so bad.
And then I seen him and he actually looked like her. But what's interesting
he had a big back too?
No. I couldn't see his back.
Okay.
We only saw hers because she was sitting in the car for the whole time she was talking.
Okay.
Sun up to sundown. It's a 52-part series on TikTok. That
52 parts?
TikTok
got parts?
I don't know. We seen Shalon Jackson, Monique's son. He did 20 of them. So she did 52.
Okay, maybe I don't believe this. To be honest with you, man, I hear a lot of big.
Okay, so we heard what he said and how she felt, how she is communicating that she felt about what he said. Okay, and I think that's the most responsible way to put that. She's communicating how she says she felt about what Charlemagne said. Okay, and I'm going to play what he said one more time, and then I'm going to play what she said one more time. I don't need to share the screen. Y'all saw them. Y'all saw the behaviors and all of that. That's great. Now we're going to get into what was said. And I find it interesting. That's all I can say. I find it very interesting. So, again, this is what he said. Let me play it in a different order. What up, Mac? What up, Mac? Well, how you doing? Yes, the beautiful Night Owls. I love it. Sound like a gospel group. Yes. Next, we're going to sing Sweeping Through the City. So here we go. I'm going to play it in a different order. I'm going to let you hear what he said, and then I'm going to play for you her communicating how she felt. Okay?
To be honest with you, man, I hear a lot of big back behavior. Does she have a big back?
She do.
Hey, be nice.
Sheila that was driving up the mountain.
Okay.
Hit the like button.
Sheila was beautiful though.
Yeah, no. You talked about the big back, not the face. She's cool. What's your thing with big back?
No, I'm just saying because in a situation like this, some of you big backs, y'all got to stop being so thirsty for a man. There's a man out there for you. Okay, this woman believed all of this because she wanted to believe all of this. Big back belief isn't like everybody else's belief. Okay, she said it herself. He said everything I wanted to hear. She wanted to believe whatever was coming out of his mouth because she wanted a man so bad.
And then I seen him and he actually looked like her. But what's interesting,
he had a big back too?
No. I couldn't see his back.
Okay.
We only saw hers because she was sitting in the car for the whole time she was talking.
Okay.
Sun up to sundown. It's a 52-part series on TikTok.
52 parts?
TikTok got parts?
I don't know. We seen Shalon Jackson, Monique's son. He did.
Hey, Prognosis.
So she did 52.
Okay, maybe I don't believe this. To be honest with you, man, I hear a lot of big back behavior.
So that's what was said. This is what she said she felt about what he said.
Was a person, a very famous personality that called me a big back, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve. That was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because again, I'm more than just my weight, and not to mention, that it's hard. I will admit this. I appreciate when I met both men and women who have said thank you, because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but it did help. There was
So we all heard what he said and what she felt about what he said after the fact. We all heard it, right? Now, I'm going to tell y'all what I think. Since ain't nobody hitting the stream yard, I'm going to tell y'all how I think. Y'all done turned me loose now. First of all, let's talk about what Charlemagne did say. What he did say was, I have not seen her. Yeah, she was speaking. She was on Tamron Hall's show. Okay. I don't know if she's sought after, but she went viral telling her story. So I think it's okay if she was brought on a talk show to talk about something that literally broke the internet. Like AT&T shut all y'all phones off after y'all set up and watched all them chapters of Reesa Teesa. Okay, so I see nothing wrong. Y'all let Bad Baby and Whoa Vicky go viral and get famous. So a black woman telling her story. If another black woman wants to bring her on her platform to talk about what she experienced, how she feels now after going through that and going viral and all that, I think that's okay. Think that's okay. But let's get back to where we at. What Charlemagne actually said. He said, yeah, that was Tamron Hall, Mac. He said, I haven't seen her. Is this a big back lady? He said, this sounds like big back behavior. All of this without seeing her. He went on to say, when Envy said, what is it with you with this back thing? He was like, no, I feel like some of the big back ladies are so desperate. He said some of them are so desperate to have a man that, she believed, that she believed everything he said because it was what she wanted to believe. He pointed out the fact that Reesa Teesa said herself that the man said everything she wanted to hear. After saying some of the big back ladies are very desperate to have a man, he also then said, it's a man out there for you. Okay, so, but he wasn't even necessarily he wasn't dragging the big back thing. And the thing is, he was trying to bleach them big nasty spots out his skin. But we're going to stick to what he said. Right. I don't know that she egged anything on. She was just being a comedian because that's what they hired her for. Tonight, we're going to stick with what was said. That is what was said, right? So one, this person is not saying that he's seen you. This man was addressing her behavior. We're going to tell the truth. Shame the devil. While I do despise Charlemagne for different reasons, I find him to be someone that I believe to be a predator. I believe that he has harmed women physically. And so I don't like him. But one thing that I dislike almost as much as men who physically, sexually harm women is people who don't tell the truth. I don't like that. I feel like we have to tell the truth at all times. Even when we're talking about people we don't like, the truth is necessary. Be nice. Everybody ain't throwing shade. Some people are just ignorant. Charlemagne is an ignorant he-goat, but that's not my point. My point is what was said, what was not said. So he was speaking about the behavior, and I told y'all when I first heard it, it bothered me because of his choice of words. I understood clearly what he was trying to say because I'm not remedial. I'm not someone who suffers with comprehension issues. I'm not someone who's a functional illiterate. I understand words, their meanings, intention. I understand what you were trying to say, Charlamagne. But I also feel like your choice of words, you were being glib. And it was easy to refer to insecure women due to aesthetics with the term big back as though women with weight problems are the only ones who are insecure. Because there's some women who, again, look like Danny Glover and Trick Daddy in the face, and they are equally as insecure. There are some women whose backs are not large, but they shaped up like a bag full of dirty clothes, and they're insecure. There are some ladies who are not large, and they have extremely flat backsides, and they're shaped like the Tasmanian devil, and they're insecure. You have the ladies who are shaped like capital P's. They're all titties and nothing else, and they're insecure. Okay? So, well, be nice. Let's be real. A lot of men were not watching Reesa Teesa. Sorry. A lot of men were not watching Reesa Teesa. And I think that we get things twisted because there are certain men who engage with us on social media. But please understand a lot of things that women watch, a lot of things that certain types of men watch, a lot of regular men don't watch that stuff. Okay? All right, night night, Lily. So I knew immediately what he was talking about because it was not hard to figure out what he was talking about. It was definitely a reach for Timothy T.S. Madison to try to make this an issue about, oh, let's unite fat people to attack Charla. Uncle Charla. Like, let's not do that because that's not what this was about. This was an ignorant man trying to make a point that he felt was valid about the behavior, about women's insecurities, and about the fact that her behavior screamed insecure. Now, with that being said, I did not approve of the fact that he felt like it was okay to be glib and, you know, try to get a little funny haha moment talking about the insecurities of women and men who prey on them. Because that, you know, while he wasn't wrong in the sentiment, he was absolutely wrong. He was absolutely wrong with being careless in his choice of words. I didn't like it. I told y'all so. I didn't like it. But I'm not going to pretend he said things he didn't say because that goes against who I am and who my mama taught me to be, which is not a GD liar. Okay? So I'm going to pull Reesa Teesa back up because, see, tonight I'm going to get her a little bit too. Now, I done got Charlemagne. I've drugged him so many times that I'm surprised he has any skin left on his knees. But tonight, I got to get Reesa Teesa too. I got to get her. Max said he can't believe people watched all 50. Well, I'm people and I watched all 50 and it was entertaining as hell. But I got to get Reesa too because we got to talk about the behavior. Like, there's at no point, sisters, at no point can we engage in self-harm, directly, indirectly, whatever, and then posit ourselves in a way that we are now victims of everything. We're not children. We are powerful. We are intelligent. And we're going to deal with this because I feel like something about this ain't sitting right with me. Hey, Malaya Lachelle. How you doing? You say, Tyler, I hope Tyler ain't writing no script because then she going to become a single mama and he's going to be a good man that works in a warehouse and drives the forklift and she going to run back to him after he lied and stole her money. Hey, D. Marie. Right. It was addicting when you started listening to it because it was like unbelievable, right? So that's fair. Tyler should hire Tissa as a writer. Yes, he should. This right here, Mac, send that to him. Get that girl a job because she's talented. She's very talented. But we're going to talk about her behavior. And I want y'all to look at all of the behavior. Watch and listen. Don't watch and listen to agree or disagree. Just watch and listen and pay attention to what's in front of us. Because sometimes we watch and listen to things with the intention to agree or disagree. And so you miss what's really happening because you're looking for what is already in agreement with what's already up here. So take your head, shake, 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 shake. Let's shake away all preconceived notions and let's just listen to Tissa. Okay? Let me share the screen.
Person, a very famous personality that called me a big bag, talking about.
So we're going to stop right there. We stopping you right at the beginning. She said that it was hurtful to her that a very famous personality, we know who the hell she talking about. She talking about Charlemagne. He calls himself the God. You are Leonard, the clown. She said that he called her a big bag. I had to stop right there because Tissa, that's just not true. He did not call you a big bag. He made it a point of saying he didn't know what you looked like and asked Jess if you had a big back. Now that's what happened. We're going step by step. We're going step by step.
My weight. And so it's things like that that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel
we're gonna stop right there. Tissa is telling us, Reesa Teesa, I'm gonna call her Reesa. Reesa is telling us that she is already self-conscious about her weight as a big girl. Okay? She said, as a bigger woman, baby, you's a big girl. You in a big girl club like me, like a lot of us. Now that's just what that is, okay? But literally, she is saying the exact same thing that Leonard the Clown, I like that, Mac, Leonard the Clown. She's saying the exact same thing that Leonard the Clown is saying. He's talking about the insecurities. He's just insensitive and a piece of scum. So he thought it was cute to be glib and say, is it big back? Is big, is she a big back? Is this big back behavior? Yeah. He's talking about the insecurities. And the fact that she said that I'm self-conscious. No, you use insecure. And that's how you got roped into this mess. But we're going to keep going because step by step is how we doing this tonight. Because I need y'all to hear what I heard so we can see if y'all see what I see. Let's go.
Like, how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want.
Okay, she said how I look should not determine if I deserve what I went through. Okay, Tissa, Reesa, I got you, baby. It shouldn't. That man literally said the same thing. He said that some of the ladies with big backs are desperate when there's a man out there for you. So he literally said there's a man out there for you and you don't have to put up with that behavior. At no point did Leonard, the butt monkey, say that you being big made you deserve what that lion demon did to you. The man did not say that. So now I'm sitting here, and this was me earlier. I was sitting here like, why is she responding to something that was never said? Why is she then answering back to something that was never said to her? I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. If I say to you, let me illustrate. I'm going to talk to Helga. Okay. And I say, man, some girls that are named Helga, they're really, really gorgeous. And they get their eyelashes with 22 millimeters and they should get 25 millimeters. Only some of them, because some of the other ones, they could get 25s and they look crazy. And if Helga then gets offended and say, I can't believe I'm so hurt that she would pick on me about my lashes and say that I really need 25s. Like, is it not okay if I have the ones I like? If that's not what I said, why are you responding to something I did not say? You got to think about this stuff. It wasn't making sense. Right. Patchy Leonard ain't said that, Tissa Reesa. Come on. That's what I'm sitting here and I'm just like, okay. And I listened to it multiple times. That's why I can stop y'all every point where something didn't feel right. Because remember, this whole 50 parts, she kept saying, this is for the ladies. If something don't feel right, like you need to like pay attention to it. Don't just brush it under the rug. Well, Reesa Teesa, something don't feel right. I'm paying attention and I'm not brushing it under the rug, baby. I'm not. Say, they could have panned to me in that audience. I would have just been shaking my head. They would have had to remove me. Listen, Helga say, clapping up a storm with twisted wigs and emotions. Yes. And I'm sitting here like, but why? Okay, the people are swept up in the emotion of the moment. It happens. And I want to say this. I like the fact that we were giving the emotional support and the positive emotional support to a sister that is saying she experienced something that was harmful at the hands of a man. Oftentimes for Black women, that does not happen. So I feel like when that does happen, we need to be responsible with how we present things and how we posit ourselves in situations, because we want this kind of thing to continue. We don't want people to see us a certain way and say, see, that's why we don't support them. Because people will do that to Black women. Okay? Helga, you ain't got to go to the corner. You're right. I've seen a lot of twisted wigs in that crowd. Okay? I don't know. But let's keep going, and we're going to catch every time something does not feel right. Now, this is what she claimed she wanted us to do, was to, speak up when things don't feel right. So let's go.
That was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality, because again, I'm more than just my weight,
I'm more than just my weight. This man did not reduce you to your weight. So once again, we got to ask, why is she responding as though this man went on a anti-fat tirade against her? That's not what happened. He spoke about desperate behavior from women that he deems to be unattractive, women that he feels like would be insecure. But he absolutely was speaking to the behavior. He did not go on an anti-fat tirade, ma'am. What do you mean I'm not just my weight? That man did not get on there and say this big bumbling whatever is, she got what she deserved with her big tail, and like none of that happened. So I'm sitting here, y'all, again, when I first heard this, I played it umpteen times because I was trying to understand, first of all, why does this not feel right? Secondly, not only does it not feel right, but why is she responding to things that were never said? Let's keep going.
To mention me, that it's hard. I
want y'all to pay attention that she was smiling when they started clapping, and then she immediately dropped the smile, dropped her eyes, kind of, shook herself back. Let's watch.
Admit this. I appreciate when I met both men and women who have said thank you. Because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but
Let's stop right there. And I'm going to ask you all in the chat, because we're dealing with what feels right, what does not feel right. Okay? From you all's experience on social media during this whole Reesa Teesa debacle, right? Overwhelmingly, what have you seen in the comment sections on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram? Have you seen more negative comments about her or this guy Legion? Put 1 for her, put 2 for Legion. Overwhelmingly, by a landslide. Who have you seen more negative comments, jokes, puns, whatever toward? Was it her or Legion? 1 for Reesa Teesa, 2 for Legion. I want to see it in the chat. I really want to see it in the chat because I have a point to make. Okay, so I'm seeing some 2s roll in. Okay. I'm seeing the 2s come in. All right. 2, Legion been drug up and down these social media streets. I know I drug him a few times. I did. Axe got 2, Matt got 2. Okay. I'm seeing more negativity toward the liar, as it should be. And let me be very, very clear. Oh, my sister Rochelle sent me a cash app. That's so sweet. Let me send a heart back. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you. Wait, did I send the heart back? I tried. I think I did. Did I? I think so. I hope I did. So I'm sitting here like, so who exactly is attacking. Where are all these attacks? I know I'm getting attacked. And so I'm sitting there like, why does this not feel right? Wally Boo say too, we not calling people Legion liars for nothing. Thank you, Wally Boo. Because I know when Mia Thornton sat up there and called herself a stripper heiress, I said she was a fat Legion lie. You wasn't no stripper heiress. You ain't had no inheritance at the Lobster and Steak Evening Gown Strip Club where Gordon was barefoot giving you $10,000. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That did not happen. No way, shape, form, or fashion. You're not going to convince me that happened. That never took place. So if we're being honest, that simply did not happen. It just didn't. Helga said, I have a feeling that she'll end up in this situation again. She never believed she could get someone that looks like Legion. She thought he was a looker. Her behavior is the same. I hear it. I hear it too. I hear it too. But we ain't got that far yet. Hey, LEL. But we're going to break down this behavior. Y'all make sure you're hitting the like button. Because, ladies, if we do not tell ourselves the truth about situations, you will end up repeating the same lessons. Let me tell you something. I learned this in my 20s. What's sad is we got people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and some of them 70s, God forbid, that have not learned that if you don't learn a lesson one time, you are doomed to repeat it. There are people still learning lessons that they should have learned at 19. What's disturbing to me is if Reesa Teesa does not learn the entirety of this lesson, Lil Mama gonna repeat this lesson again. And this lesson sounded horrible and heart-wrenching. It sounded humiliating. It sounded absolutely dreadful. It sounded horrifying. It sounded frightening. And if she don't learn this lesson, Lil Mama is gonna repeat this lesson again and again and again until she finally passes this level in life. I don't know that she's learned anything. Let's keep going.
It did help. There was a very famous.
Okay, so let's stop there. So we stop there. Let's stop. But now let's talk. Let's talk. First of all, I'm a woman first. I'm a woman before I'm anything. I was a woman before I was a mother, before I was a wife, before I was any of those things. When the doctor said it's a girl, I've been a woman ever since. Okay? So I understand that body image, self-esteem, self-image, all those things for women, they fluctuate. They fluctuate. It's one of them things you cannot get around. When you 19 and everything sit where it's supposed to sit, you know you hotsy-totsy, you can still get half naked, go to 579 in the mall. I don't even know if they still got 579 and Wild Pair and all that. And grab you some stuff and put it on, and you can switch out there and you feel good about yourself. At that point, your self-esteem might be through the roof. It might be through the dadgum roof. But, you know, Father Time is a mean and hateful old man. And eventually he come and pick your pockets. And them tatas, them oranges that used to sit up real nice, all of a sudden, now they look like melted chewing gum. Now you can swing them like a watch on a chain, you know? That stomach that used to be flat, now, you know, you could sit your supper. You could sit your supper plate on top of it. You know, you could do like me and fold your hands like this and rest it at the top of your belly. All of that good stuff. That booty that used to sit up real high, well, now that thing, you know, done went a little flat. Little Adam went out of it. Things like that. Sometimes we have children, we chew and we keep chewing and the chewing get good to you. And before you know anything at all, you don't look like you used to. And it messes with your self-esteem. It makes you not feel so great about yourself, right? And so at that point, you got decisions to make, especially if you like this young lady, you at an age where you still want to get married. You're young enough to go and marry, have babies and all that stuff. And so now she wanted, her words, not mine, in them 50 parts, she wanted a husband and a child and a normal, you know, the white picket fence and all that stuff, all the things that is perfectly normal to want. But she didn't package herself very well. It happens. She didn't package herself very well. It happens. It happens. I mean, to the best of us, it happens. And so she met a man who saw her in the condition she was in. And that man was the man that decided that this is what you deserve because of how you look. It wasn't Leonard that said you deserve that because of how you look. That man that you gapped your legs open for, that was the man that felt like you didn't deserve any better than that because of how you look. That is exactly why he targeted you, Reesa. Okay? And then for her to sit here on this platform, you're getting all this positive feedback. And I know because I watch social media, I pay attention to what's being said. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive toward her. And she literally only focused on the detractors. Even the people that weren't even attacking her, but were attacking the behavior and pointing out the desperation and the self-consciousness and the self-esteem issues, right? And so that's all she focused on, not the overwhelming support. She mentioned that briefly. Oh, I'm happy when I meet men or women who say that it helped, but right back to the negative. So then that said to me, Nitra, Reesa ain't learned. Reesa ain't learned. And I'm going to tell you something else that I realized while I was watching this over and over again. Reesa is manipulative too. Hold on to your hats. Reesa is manipulative too. Now, I said it. This ain't me dogging or dragging or nothing. But sometimes we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. You understand? That's not even saying you're a bad person. But you're manipulative too. And we got to tell the truth. So once you acknowledge the truth, then you can change what you're doing. Right? Part of her is absolutely manipulative. I don't know what the catalyst is. It could come from that place of low self-esteem. It could come from the place of being self-conscious. It could come from a place of feeling like this is what I have to do because I can't do what I want to do. But we're going to tell the truth that Miss Mama is absolutely manipulative. I just sat there and watched her. I just showed y'all. Here's where I'm coming from. Some of us did watch all 50 parts. And we watched her be able to not only tell that story coherently. This is somebody who had a lot of bad things happen to her within a very short period of time. But she was able to chronicle and tell it in a coherent fashion so that we could understand it. This is a young lady that we watch not only chronicle and tell this story in a coherent fashion so that everyone could understand it, but you know what else I gleaned from watching her tell her story is that she's very intelligent. She is highly intelligent. Hey, Couture Bay. I want your opinion on this Reesa too. I do. I really want everybody's opinion, but ain't nobody hitting the StreamYard. If you ain't busy, hit it because I want to hear it. Okay, make sure you hit yours, U96. Thank you. So, D. Marie has a very good question. Do I think that she's aware of it or no? I believe on some level she is aware of it. On some level, I do believe that she is aware of her manipulations. But on a bigger level, I don't think that she really is. I think to a certain degree, yes, and a bigger degree, no. The level of intelligence that we watch this young lady display in articulating what she survived and what she suffered at the hands of this man lets me know something. Like I said, she's highly intelligent. Without a shadow of a doubt. Highly intelligent. What does that mean? Nitra, what you getting at? I'm glad you asked. Anybody who is that intelligent, you know what she has is comprehension. She understood exactly what Charlemagne was saying, what Leonard was saying. She understood it. She absolutely understood it. And not only did she understand what he said, she intentionally pretended to misunderstand what he said so that she could use that as a means for, I don't know whether she wanted to rally more people. We were already behind her back. You know what I'm saying? We already behind you. You know what I'm saying? Or whether she wanted to maybe punish him for pointing out the thing that really hurt. Hey, Helga.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, gorgeous.
Oh.
And so
Okay, so
I feel
go ahead.
I feel like she absolutely understood what that man was saying. I don't believe for 1 minute that Reesa Teesa was not intelligent enough to understand exactly what that Negro was saying. She knew what was wrong with what he said. But rather than to address what was wrong with it, she intentionally pretended not to understand and started using talking points, responding to something that was never said. That, my dear sisters and my couple of brothers, is manipulation. It is. Helga, what you think about this? Before I keep running my mouth.
Okay. So listen, from my experience, because I have a small part of Reesa Teesa experience, I didn't make any money off of it. As a matter of fact, I had to use my money to go to therapy. And because I had to sit with the part that I played in it, even if it was just me showing up, wanting to believe that, no, it's going to work out. He's just going through something. He really loves me. Girl, he ain't love you. He didn't love himself.
There
So
you go.
I was one of the main contenders in what I went through. So because I had to learn such a harsh yet valuable lesson, and I had to pay for it. Like, I had to come out of my pocket for a lot of things that went on in that relationship. Now, he didn't move in. We didn't get married. Let me tell you something. Listen, I know I'm pretty, but I also know that I yearn that male companionship because of what I lacked, right? Childhood. However, nigga, you couldn't live here though, but it did not negate me from experiencing or dodging some of the bullets. Now, what I'm going to say is, because I did have to sit with what happened and what I participated in, I was forced to learn the lesson. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it had to start with me first. I had to start with me first, and then everything else came after that. I even had to get to the root why I was even attracted and let him stay around. Because, to be honest, my eyes would have never even veered to a man like that if I was healed or healthy. So I honestly believe, because Reesa or Reesa Teesa, however you say her name, because she did make money so quickly off of this, which is what I believe also Andrew is saying about the celebrity. Because she did make money off of this so quickly, and she didn't have to sit in her, excuse my language, shit. It has allowed her to pacify her part. Because see, now she can go to London. Now she can get her hair done. But she ain't up here looking like, she's still a little round, but she's not up here looking all patchy and ashy like she was at first when she was telling the stories on TikTok. Because I listened to all of them.
Me
But
too.
if she was forced to sit in her shit and to stew in it and to eat it and to listen to them and to read them comments, and them comments be hitting her ass, like, yeah, girl, yeah, that nigga ain't really want you. He ain't want himself. Like, if she had to and she didn't have that financial backing that she got from this story, we would hear a different tone.
I think, and I want to know what you think too. I think that also a lot of the positive feedback and support that she got back from us sisters, I think that, like you said, I think that kind of helped her to minimize her part that she played in all of this situation. I think that even though she said, oh, it was a lot of red flags, I ignored the red flags, blase skippy, right? Everybody, for the most part, didn't focus on the red flags. They focused on Legion is horrible. He's awful. He's from the pits of hell. That is Satan's illegitimate brother from Beelzebub. This Negro should be ran over with a car, full of rabies covered with cats. Like, we were just sick and over him. And I still am, because I still think he's scum. But I think because all of the overwhelming negativity was toward him, I think that it helps her to minimize her accountability in her head. Also, I think that she intentionally misunderstood, because I don't believe she misunderstood Charlemagne, the nignog at all. I don't believe that. I believe that when he said what he said, that actually spoke to what the real issue was, and I think that was a sore spot for her. And you know how sometimes when you say something, people get mad at something, but they pretend they mad at something else. I think she wanted to pretend to be mad about something else, but she was really mad because he literally clocked her teeth. Now tell me your opinion.
Charlemagne didn't. I can understand how she could take it and twist it, and I can understand why so many women were clapping, and then why people jumped on his back, because people were thinking from an emotional standpoint, and again, they are evading that part of the responsibility. Your back wide as hell because you sat there, and for whatever reason, you get what I'm saying, you may have participated in your back being wide. Some people just not going to be smart, right? But she knew exactly. She's learned over the years. Let me tell you something about a victim. Because I literally, yes, Nacho, I'm from Baltimore. But I have to literally.
We hit a Baltimore. We hit.
I have to literally. Thank you. I have to literally, when something happened to me, because the forever victim, that's how I could see it, right? I had to really tell myself, well, what actually happened? My name, I'm about to tell y'all my name, Tyra. What actually happened, Tyra? Like, what actually happened and what you feeling? Because those are two different things. It is a fact that you are feeling, but what you feeling may not be fact. You get what I'm saying? And what is the outcome that you're looking for? So if you looking to play the victim and you want people on your team and you want somebody to pat your back, because on this side over here at work, your back not being patted, you don't get no accolades. But if you could tell them a story about something that they can relate to, they'll pat your back, and then they'll pacify you. And then you'll be fed all around. So yeah, she's learned how to weaponize her victimhood.
Girl, one of my best friends, she passed year before last. We used to have this conversation about her mama. And I love her mama. Okay. My sister on the phone said, "You is smart, girl." Okay. But listen, so we had this conversation about her mama. And her mom, would like let her dad do all kind of wild crap and would let people talk to her crazy. And the lady that the mama had, the lady that her daddy had outside kids with was disrespectful to the mama. And it was like, okay. And she kept saying, "Mama is so tough with me." But she let these people just do all kind of stuff. She let these people walk on her. And I remember we had a conversation because we had been friends many, 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 many years, longer than some of these people in here been alive. And I remember saying to my dear sister, I said, sometimes the payoff of being a victim is more rewarding to that person than not being a victim. And you hit the nail on the head. There has been a tremendous payoff for being a victim in this situation. Mm-hmm. Yes, big time. And we're going to talk about them payoffs too. Because see, payoffs in life is real. Like anything you see somebody volunteering for, it's because there's a payoff. Okay? Remember that volunteer, because it's coming back. Mm-hmm. So when she told her story and she was the victim, the payoff was not just, oh, they gave her money for a trip to London. I didn't really care about that. I thought that was a sweet gesture. I hope she goes. I hope she enjoys herself. I hope it's everything she dreams of. But the biggest payoff was that somehow the feeling dumb, the feeling like I can't believe I fell for this, the feeling like I can't believe I participated in this, all of that goes away. And all you feel is this feeling of support. Like it erases all of your culpability. That was the payoff. And I really feel as though Charlemagne literally pulled her card and she was upset about it, but she didn't want to say, honestly, I'm mad at you because you're callously talking about what I did and you're using like joke terms about it, but that's literally what happened. She wasn't going to say that. Instead, I'm going to get up here and pretend like I don't understand what you're saying. I'm going to pretend like I think you're picking at me about my weight. And then I'm going to get another payoff off of you. Like Legion hurt my feelings and I got a payoff telling the people what he did to me. And now you clocked my teeth. So I'm going to get on Tamron Hall and I'm going to, you're going to be the next Legion. Look what he's doing to me. Hey, Akua, thank you for being 97. Now let's talk about that payoff.
I agree with you. As long as people pay her some attention, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and this could possibly go for a very long time. Why? Because there are so many women and men, but we're women, so I'm gonna speak from a woman's aspect. There are so many women that are alone, and they also equate it to being lonely. That what they will do again is come from an emotional standpoint. They don't come from a spiritual aspect, which is you not even healthy enough to be in a relationship. They don't come from an aspect of financial. You don't even have no money. You shouldn't even be dating. They don't come from a aspect of being a parent. You got umpteen kids. You don't need to have, excuse my language, no nigga around your children. Like, what's up? What's wrong with you? You get what I'm saying? So because a lot of women are looking for somebody again to justify and to like be like their comrade in their loneliness, you get what I'm saying? They're looking for a person that cheer them on. At first, the big girls, because I'm a big chunky, however you want to call it, right? I love who I am. When I'm ready, I can back up from the table. When I want to, I'm going to the table. However, we had Lizzo, we had Monique, we had Lizzo. We ain't got them no more for real, because they raising HELL somewhere else. Now we got Tissa, because Tissa, to be honest, she don't look as glamorous. She look like one of the girls. If I step outside my house, my neighbor look just like her. What's up, girl? Hey, girl. I can get to her. I can speak to her.
Some girls
so I can relate to
right
her.
over to the sanctified church.
You get what I'm saying? So because she is so relatable for the larger women that go unseen, that are not the shapely ones, the ones when you put that outfit on and it don't come with the shape that they had on Fashion Nova. She that girl. So she's more relatable to those type of women who haven't done their work, their due diligence, and she gonna eat off of this for as long as she possibly can.
But now let me
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say you made an excellent point, because I think that because I don't want to downplay how she feels and her self-esteem issues and any of that, but what you said was so on point, was so spot on. There is a difference in being a big lady with a shape and you're still considered desirable. Like desirability politics come into everything.
Absolutely.
Everything. And so, I think it's unfair for some ladies just like, well, I'm big and I can get me a man. I saw a lot of that online. Oh, big, big ladies ain't desperate because I always get me a man. Well, let's look at you too. And some of the ladies is like, oh, I know I'm big, but you sitting over there with a whole Coca-Cola bottle, a whole hourglass. I seen some of them sisters online. I'm like, girl, you curved up, ain't you?
They big like that, not big like this.
Right. And there is a difference. That's why I said Charlemagne was so insensitive and ignorant with how he articulated it. But what do we expect from a man who victimizes women? Like, what do we really expect from Charlemagne Big Nog, right? But he was on point, and that's why I said it was ignorant, because there are ladies who don't have the shape and they're insecure. There are ladies who are lethal weapons in the face and they insecure. You got ladies that could join the Dora Milaje because that hair won't grow and they insecure. You can have ladies
Okay.
with bad skin, worse than Kenya Moore, and that makes them insecure. It could be ladies that simply, for whatever reason, you could look great, but you got something upstairs that you feel is missing, and that's your deficit, and that's why you insecure. So insecurity is the catalyst for men like Legion to see that you're a wounded warrior and target you, because that's what happened. He targeted that girl.
They can smell it. They can smell it.
They
Let me
can
tell you
smell
something.
it.
I don't care
They
how
can
fine
smell
you
the
are. How
desperation.
dressed up you are. They can smell it. They can smell it like they can smell a steak cooking on the stove, because it's they've learned how to
It emanates
identify.
off of you because they're
Huh?
predators. They're predators,
Oh
and that
yeah,
those waves
absolutely.
of insecurity are just rolling off of you. And see, this is the other thing when it comes to Reesa Teesa. I still say Charlemagne clocked her T. It hurt her feelings, and so she pretended to be mad at something that never happened. You were mad.
It wasn't her feelings that he hurt. That's not what he hurt. He
What he
was
hurt
hurting
her?
her money. Let me tell you, them feelings that she got about that insecurity, once that check hit, that cleared all up. Baby girl probably ain't never seen that much money in her life. Because the first thing she did was jump online, going to London. She was happy about that. Ponytail wasn't stringy or nothing. So that ain't what he hurt. Yeah, she know that she insecure, but she know that now she's at the point where she can buy her
So
a
wait,
body
wait, wait.
if she wants.
Hold on, Sister Baltimore. Are you
Yeah.
telling me that she didn't get mad because he clocked her T and it hurt her feelings?
No.
She mad because he clocked her T and hurt her money.
She got mad because he hurt her he was getting ready to hurt her pockets. And I'm gonna also say this. I didn't see the rest of the Tamron Hall. I seen that clip that we all seen. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Tamron Hall couldn't hold it. She know Reesa Teesa is lying. She not saying it in her face. She know she lying. We know exactly what she doing. Girl, you don't want this bag to go away. So you gonna have to get all of them with them spent wigs that's spinning on their head that don't really have a part, that you can't really see the screen, and they ain't got no edges. We gonna have to get all the Lord, the ones up here in the front. We gonna have to get them to clap for you, because now we getting ready to do some PR. Because if not, you ain't going to London, because you gonna have to go back to work.
So wait a
So
minute,
this
wait
is
a
the
minute,
PR stunt.
wait. Now you got me.
I know a woman that wants some money. I know what they do when they want some money. I know how
And
to.
now hold on. Am I bad? Because I can actually understand the wanting of the money. Because I like this. I'm like, okay, Reesa, I see where you're going. But now let me say this. And my sister on the phone say Tamron do be on her BS sometimes. She do a lot of times. That's why I don't like her. But so let me riddle me this. I feel just like she was able to see clearly what that man was saying. She was crafty and manipulative enough to pretend not to. And basically, all she had to do was just repeat what she saw ignorant people on social media say. Because a lot of people on social media are the people who can't pass the standardized test. These are the people who have no reading comprehension, no good English language skills. And I saw a lot of them like, you is fat shaming, all this type of stuff. And I think he saw the ignorant comments of the people who lack comprehension and said, well, I'm just going to play into that because it'll be easy type situation, right? I feel, honestly, if we're being very candid and honest, I feel as though early on in her situation with this lying man, I don't believe she targeted him, but I do believe she was working her manipulations on him. And I think that she underestimated the fact that he was a real predator. I think
I agree.
I think she tried it.
I believe she knew at a point, because there comes a point when you're
I
having
believe she knew early on, but what I believe, and this is back to that payoff. That's why I told you put a pin in that payoff. I think the payoff for her was far greater than getting this lying Negro away from her. I think she knew very early that this Negro was lying. Very,
Yeah.
very early in this whole transaction. She knew. But the payoff was this is someone who is insecure about her appearance. But while she's intelligent enough to recognize the insecurity, she was not ready to do anything about it because we all have the power to change the things we don't like, right? We have to own that at all times. But she wanted the payoff of feeling like, right, J Darkness, the title of a wife. She wanted the payoff of feeling like she was with a man who was always bragging about his money. And I feel like she knew early on that the money was not like that. That's why she started keeping audio diaries, as she said. That's why, when they went to do the marriage license, she immediately went and checked his background or whatever, took the social security number and checked the background, like she said, because she knew early on it was some bull. But what she liked was that it gave the appearance to the outside world. Somebody wants me. Somebody is willing to give me a house and a BMW and all the things that these young women are seeing on social media that the Instagram models and the rapper baby mamas and stuff are able to get. And it's like, I don't look like them, but see somebody doing it for me too. Okay?
Can I say something?
Let me finish my thought because I'm
Okay.
old. I'll lose it if I don't get it out. It was that. It was the being able to show her family, because you know how black families are with girls. When you gonna get married? When you gonna get married? She wanted to be able to show them, like, see, granddaddy, this guy, he likes me. He's gonna get me a car. She was allowing this man to tell these lies. She knew early on that he was being dishonest, but the payoff was to show the outside world that I am wanted. Someone does desire me, even if it wasn't true. She wanted the world to see that. That's how she wanted to show up in the world, and so she did it. And if you watch her story carefully, she literally said, "I was numb to the lies." You were numb to the lies, but you didn't leave. You stayed until you found out about the sex worker. The sex worker was where you drew the line. It wasn't the lies. It was the sex worker. So she was fine with the lies because the payoff was enough for her. She knew she wasn't getting none of them houses, but it felt good to go look at the houses, and it felt good to live in this fantasy and to be able to show up in the world in a certain type of way. But go ahead, baby. I just wanted to get that out before I lost everything in my head because it'll go.
All right. So I was writing down my points before I forgot. So, I know how you say she's insecure. She was insecure. She's not insecure no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. I honestly believe she's always been a heavy set thick girl. So when you are like that, you listen, you are who you, because there comes a time I am who I am. I get niggas, go over there to them. So that ain't gonna work on me. But when she had her first conversation with him, she already knew that he was slow. She knew what she was going to do with him. She knew that she was going to run circles around him until she recognized that both of them were one and the same. He was just 10 steps ahead of her. When he got sick and he could no longer move, and she had to sit in there with him like he wasn't outside of the house. And then when he got sick, this is when I honestly believe she started to kind of like plan how she was going to escape and monetize off of this situation. So she was, to me, insecure. But when she recognized, because let me tell you something, you sitting on TikTok, you on social media, you watching and you gauging and you observing how other people make their money and what kind of skills and what gift do you have that can will you in that kind of money, you get fixated on it. You already know what's up. You already know what you're going to do. This is just my observation, right? And once she recognized that I can get him out of here, he ain't going to hurt me because he can't even walk. He can't move. And I'm saying these things, y'all, because I heard it in a part of her series, the 52-part series, I believe it was 52 parts. And once she recognized, because it's a lot of people of the other color that always come with a real sad story on TikTok and make a lot of money and live in mansions. But when we do it, us folk do it, it's kind of an issue. But what is it? What kind of story can she tell that relate to Roseanne and it also relate to the Lizzo, where we can bridge the gap and it won't be a color barrier, so she can get her some money?
I don't know. Could be. But what I see from it is I absolutely still see the insecurity. It's all over her with just the way she carry herself. It's there. I feel like if let me tell you something. If she manages to monetize this further in any meaningful way, I see surgery in her future.
Me too. I was getting ready to say that about this time next year, y'all.
And
she ain't gonna be the same.
Listen, it's gonna turn into I needed to do this so I could feel good about me. And so I could feel good about myself. And I was tired of feeling bad about myself. And I wanted to, this is one of those things that I just always wanted to do for myself. And the spiel they go through. The insecurities are there, but I think right now victimhood, the payoff for victimhood is monetary. It has become monetary. Before, her payoff in that situation was I get to pretend that I have the lifestyle I want without making any changes. And make no mistake about it, there are things that you're going to want in your life, and I don't know who need to hear this. There are things that you are going to want, and there are things that you may want right now in your life that you're going to have to make changes in order to get. Period. If you're trying to start a business, you may have to make changes. If you have a business and you're not bringing in the capital you want to, you may have to make some uncomfortable changes. If your blood pressure is high and you can't get it down, you might have to give up your neck bones and stuff. I'm saying it because, hell, if my blood pressure ever get out of control, I don't know what I'm going to do because I love pork. But if you want changes, you have to, if you want certain things in life, you have to make changes. And I think that's why I said early on, if Reesa does not learn and accept and acknowledge and embrace how she played a hand in her getting in this situation, she's going to repeat the same stuff. Even the fact that she went on the internet to meet a man, that's a manipulation. It happens for men and women. When you're going on that internet, I don't care if you did it. If you feel like I stepped on your toe, say ouch. In the words of my late pastor.
You're speaking the things that I was saying earlier. Right.
Okay. When you go on that internet, you're going on there because you do not trust people to be attracted to the package visually first and foremost, whether you're a man or a woman. If it's a man, it could be his looks, it could be his financial status, it could be whatever. If it's a woman, it could be your looks, it could be where you live, it could be whatever. Okay. But you're getting on that internet and you're wanting to meet people, you want to make a connection with that person. You want this person to be emotionally invested in you before they have to deal with the physical presence and physical reality of who you are. When it just was never designed that way. It's visual first, and then you get to know a person. But when people do that, you're doing it because you do not trust people, male or female. I don't care who you date. I don't care if it's Marvin the Martian. Don't come bother me with that mess. You do not trust whoever it is that you're trying to attract to be attracted to you without trying to get some sort of emotional attachment, buy-in, or whatever before they see the physical you. You want them to be so emotionally invested so that even if they see something that they're not physically attracted to, that they will be willing to go the extra mile because I fell in love with who this person is on the inside. Now, the problem with that manipulation is on both parties, the men and the women, more than anything, they're willing to say whatever they need to say to get that emotional buy-in. They're willing to say whatever they need to say to tell you whatever you need to hear in order to get that emotional investment. What do you call that? Manipulation.
Manipulation. Exactly correct.
So when that person sees you, they are willing to get past, a pudge on your tummy. They're willing to get past the fact that you got a sleepy eye and every time you sneeze, you got to open that mug up with your hand. You want them to get past the fact that every time you laugh, it's a whistle because half of your teeth missing. All this stuff. You want them to just look past everything that's making you insecure. It is a manipulation. She still does not understand it. And she's going to end up repeating this same mess. Oh, what a shame it would be for her to make money and monetize it, level up on the things that make her feel insecure, only to fall into the same trap with another man, because men be lying.
She gonna fall into the same trap, but this time they gonna sue her. The man gonna sue her to take all her money. Thank you, Ash. Yeah, I agree. I don't feel like she has learned anything sitting up there looking all around. She ain't learned nothing. She didn't. And again, because she does have the financial backing this time, to do some things and then probably to dig her out of a lot of holes. She ain't gonna see it right now. And I remember when you said earlier, when you stated, you were talking about how the payoff is greater later. You are absolutely right. If we could all think about like our old aunt, like our older aunts, our great grandmothers, the grandmoms, and things like that, husbands who just didn't do right by them, right? And she never would divorce him. She would never divorce him. And the kids, you need to divorce him. He don't love you. He ain't doing you right. And she'd be like, God's willing. God got it. She wasn't stupid because she knew the minute that he croaked, he was going to cash that insurance check. This is identical to Reesa Teesa. She already knew that eventually this was going to come to a head. She just didn't know how. She did not know how, and she didn't think that it was probably going to be as damaging as it is or as it could be. You get what I'm saying? And this is where her payout came in. She just got her money up off the internet. It wasn't an insurance claim, but I'm more than sure she got some out on him. If she didn't, she's better. And if y'all in a relationship with a guy and he really likes you, get a security number, get y'all some insurance. Okay, he might not took you out to dinner in a relationship, but if he died, you sure can go get that check. But that's
just a tip for the ladies. Y'all can continue to pay people's premiums after you leave them. I mean, I don't know who needed to hear that, but I just want to bless somebody. Okay. Now, Max say the second time be more consequential. I hope she works on her issues before going into another relationship. Amen. Amen. So. Because I really truly feel like, manipulation aside, I think she's a lovely young lady, and I don't wish what happened to her on nobody. I don't wish that kind of man on nobody. But at some point, we have to look at ourselves and realize that old saying, water seeks its own level, is true. You attract what you are. A lot of times, not every time. But the fact that you online trying to manipulate with the online dating, you ran into somebody who was trying to manipulate with the online dating. Why? Because any woman with good eyeballs would have seen that raggedy man, and he couldn't have told them no lie about no offshore account, no arena football, no $700,000 house and a cash offer and a BMW. We would have laughed until we wet ourselves. So he went online to find somebody who moved just like he moved, who think just like he think, who want a easy, pop a pill, push a button relationship, and he found you. He found you. That's what happened. You got in order to stop attracting the same thing, you got to change the behavior. I like to fish. Okay, I'm a real Florida girl. I love to fish. Guess what? If I want to catch mullet, I don't use the same bait I use when I'm fishing for specks and brims. That ain't what you do. If you keep going out there with English red worms, you're going to keep catching brim. I'm telling you, you're going to catch them. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care how bad you want to fry a mullet and make some grits to go next to it and some hush puppy. It ain't happening because you're using bait to catch brim. You got to change your bait if you want to catch a different fish. You just have to. You just have to.
That's right. I'm a step. This was really nice. I appreciate you for having me up. I'm going to step down. I'm a step down in case by y'all. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Helga. I love you so much. I just really be loving you in the chat. I'm so glad you came to holler at me.
Thank you. Good night, y'all. Well, good morning.
Night, gorgeous. But yeah, thank you so much, Helga, for coming to hang with us. But man, like, I don't know. I want her to recognize how she contributed to this. And I want all of us watching to pay attention to what this sister of ours did to contribute to her being in this position and not continue to repeat the same behavior. Because what I saw her do, pretending not to understand Leonard the Nignog, I feel like I see a lot of that same behavior. And it's saying to me, it's screaming to me, Reesa Teesa ain't learned nothing yet. She's thinking I'm going to be able to be smarter about my next manipulation. Don't be smarter about your next manipulation, baby. Just stop manipulating. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. Be you. Be authentically you, and the person who is meant for you will come and find you. You won't have to go on the internet looking for no man. Be authentically you. Be beautiful you. Be healthy you. Be happy you. Be prayerful you. Be strong you. Be spiritual you. And the person that's meant for you gonna come find you. All this going to look for men, y'all, listen, we got to stop that. It's dangerous. Look what happened to her. I want this to truly be a cautionary tale for a lot of sisters, because some of y'all is on that internet dating and you got to leave it alone before you run into Legion number 2. That's all I got for it. And let me see. And yes, Helga is absolutely awesome. And thank you, Helga, for calling in. So look, the link is there. Ain't nobody else hitting it. I'm gonna read a few more comments. I'm gonna let y'all go to bed because it is late. It is late. Y'all know I love a late night though, because I don't be sleeping. Let me make sure I ain't miss no comments. But yeah, it didn't feel good to watch her do that over on Tamron's show. I feel like when you do stuff like that, eventually, if I caught it, other people gonna catch it. And what I don't want to happen is for people to try to take away from the legitimacy of what she went through because of little stuff like that. And the fact that Black women don't all the time get that support, that outpouring of support from the community. I don't want someone who does not love us to see this and say, see, this is why I don't support them. That you know how people do when it's us. Y'all know. I don't have to tell you. Yeah, he told people he had a baby with her. Yeah, that is off topic, but yeah, he did do that. Yeah, it's just it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So look, if everybody through, I'm gonna let y'all go to bed. If some of y'all finna go out to the club, the hole in the wall, the Legion Hall, or whatever, please, no drinking and driving. Please call an Uber. Even if you feel yourself lean a little bit, like, do not drive. But y'all enjoy your evening. If you're going out, be safe, have fun, all that good stuff. And you know what I'm about to tell you, okay? If for some reason you did not hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on the way out, all right? Please hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you will know every single time that we go live on this good porch. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because we are always happy to have you here. If you want to join channel membership and put your crown atop your head, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. Also in the description box is the link for our Royal Family merchandise store, so you can get your crown gear in our classic black and gold design or our new emerald crown graphics. And we have the link for our Amazon storefront so we can shop together, and my Amazon wish list in case y'all want to send me some snacks. I got no snacks lately. Bianca sent me them great Sour Patch Kids, and they are the bomb. Okay, but anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all so much. Everybody have a great night. If you're not going out, you're staying home, please say your prayers, sweet dreams, all that good stuff. And remember, if no one else says it to you, God loves you, I love you, and there is nothing, and I mean nothing, you can do about it. I will talk to you guys again more than likely tomorrow. Okay, and for the ladies of the Royal Family, we do resume Bible study tomorrow, so be ready. I will be in Discord and reminding y'all and stuff like that. Okay, all right, I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night. All right, bye.